Hello, team. It is Tuesday, June 23rd. This is one of those weird months where the month ends early on the calendar. So tomorrow is the last day of June in Park Lane World. So whatever rich rewards you're working on, you have today and tomorrow, and then that's it. If you're working on your iPad, your trip to Ireland, all of that ends tomorrow as well. Um, if you are, a leader tracking bonuses, all of that kind of stuff, that ends tomorrow because June month end is tomorrow, and then Thursday is technically July in Park Lane World. So any specials, we'll get an email on Thursday as to what the specials are, and then that'll be that. We'll be moving into July. So you guys have had another outstanding month. We are well over $30,000 to $40,000 above last June already, and we still have the closeout, which is just unbelievable. A lot of times, what we do on the last day of a week, but definitely the month, is the same, if not more, than the 6 previous days. So a lot of times, whatever we put in for the week, half of it goes in on Thursday through Tuesday, and then the other half goes in on Wednesday. Which is like insane, but that's just how it goes because, shows hold on the weekend, and we usually give our hostesses, we tell them Monday, really Tuesday, hoping for Wednesday to close up. So I see some new faces. Welcome to our weekly Lunch and Learn. We hold this training every Tuesday, and it's just always another subject that will help you run your business. So great if you're able to do your best to make it a priority to be on this. I know tons of people that are unable to get on because their full-time job does not allow it. Then, of course, they watch the replay, and that's always an option. But we do also have people that have make sure their lunch is at this time if they're able to do so. So I really appreciate that level of focus. So welcome. I think Helen, you're new and you just qualified, right?
Yes.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Melissa, I know you're new, and then I saw Delaney was on. I'm like, we have a couple of new, redheaded Irish girls that I noticed. So I wasn't sure if it was Colleen or Delaney, but I now see that it's Delaney. So welcome to all of our newest team members. We're just so thrilled to have you. And actually, for those of you that are new, remember that tonight is the welcome call for new team members, and I go over with you just some great tips on how to get started, how to have not just a great launch party, because many of you come to that call having already had your launch party, but tips that will follow suit for tips for any really upcoming party, but particularly as you're getting started. So looking forward to seeing you, and I know a lot of times the recruiter jumps on as well. So what I thought we could spend today doing is making sure that everyone is clear on your comp plan, because I don't know if any of you have, a lot of you have tried a direct sales company prior to this one. And I was with another company for 14 years, and the vast majority of the bonuses came in the form of strange tchotchkes that showed up at my house. So when we did 2 shows in the first 2 weeks of the month, which is similar to the rich rewards of, sell 1,000 in the first 2 weeks, we would get literally a weird tchotchke in the mail. We had this series where the September gift was a pen that had an apple at the top, and then the October gift was a pen that had a pumpkin at the top, and then the November one was a pen that had a turkey at the top. I'm not literally making this up. These items would then show up on your 1099, and we paid taxes on them. I was 5 seconds from emailing them, do me a favor, keep these pens that run out of ink when I sign my name, and you put them on my taxes. So just the bonuses out there for so many other companies are not nearly as rich as they are at Park Lane, and the commission level that you're able to reach here at Park Lane also very much exceeds what you may have experienced in the past. If you never put yourself through that with another company, congratulations for just joining the right one from the beginning. So what I want to do today is really kind of take a step by step so that everyone knows from where you are right now where you can go. And also, we've had a few recent Mercedes achievers, and I've gotten a lot of messages about that as well. How can I earn a Mercedes? So, and of course, Mercedes is also code for cash because you can also you can take a cash bonus if you prefer. So that is what we're going to take a look at today. So I purposely did not pre-pull up where this is on the field interface so that you'll know where to click. Okay, so I am going to do a screen share so that we can jump over to the Park Lane website so that you'll know where to locate all of these items. Because these are things that are great to keep handy at all times, like print one out, keep it in your workspace, stick it in your calendar, hang it up near your computer, especially when you're actively working towards something. So, okay, so when we are looking for things like this, we go to the field interface. So the first thing that we're going to take a look at today is our compensation plan. And it is in a couple of different places. I'm going to choose the downloads, which is where I pretty much teach you guys to find forms like this. This is the same place that tonight, for those of you that have been on recently or those of you that will come on tonight, this is the same place where we click for the Rich Rewards brochure. So there's a few places where you can locate the compensation plan. It is located within this Sharing the Opportunity booklet. So that is one place that you can find it. Now I do want to show you also the spot where it just says, and then here in Business Tools is just the plain compensation plan. So if you want to bring it up without all of the other like pages, then just go to Comp Plan. Okay, so here we go. Here's our step-by-step comp plan. So those of you that are starting level, that you came in as a regular fashion director, okay, that's here. So you start at 30% commission. So that means if you're doing a $600 show, you're going to be earning a $180 paycheck, which is, of course, excellent. And you can actually move up to 32% when you hit $5,000 in cumulative sales net. So at that point, you'll move up to 32. So if you are here, then, oh, this one though does not tell you how to move to the next one. So I probably will go back to the other one. You know what? I don't like this one. This one doesn't tell you how to get to the next. Oh, yes, it does. It tells it in bigger print down here. Sorry. Okay, so to move to branch director to get your first major raise, here are the two steps. To get to branch, you need to have one qualified recruit, which is somebody who does 1,000 net and non-sales in their first 5 weeks of business. And you yourself has to have a month in which you've done $1,000 net and non. So if it doesn't take place, if the person qualifies in a different month than like you both got started or whatever like that, then the month that they do complete their 1,000, you need to be active with 300 net in order to get promoted, because you can't promote to a new level if you don't have any sales in, which of course makes complete sense. So this whole thing with the 1,000 in the first 5 weeks and you needing 1,000, this 1-2 punch right here is exactly why we like all launches to take place at 1,000, right? Jen is nodding, all the upper level leaders are nodding, because if your launch goes in at 1,000, you qualify in one shot. That means that you've already checked off the box for your next promotion. Now, if we launch your new team member at 1,000 in one shot, you immediately can promote if it's that same month. If it's not the same month, as long as you're active with 300, it takes place immediately. So then, of course, let's think about that person. Now that person already has their 1,000 and they can go and find a recruit and they can promote to branch, which is going to help you when you are a branch to get to area. So let's look at what you get once you have these two things occur. Now you're a branch director. Every single show, you're now making 35% commission. And that's a pretty significant raise. If you put in a $600 show, we talked about that as a fashion director, as a stylist, you're getting a $180 check. But when you're a branch, that's a $210 check. That's pretty awesome, right? That's a big jump. And especially as you think about how many shows you do over the course of a month, that really adds up. You do also receive this graduated override. Mathematically, this is a little hard to figure out because it is graduated, meaning for the first 400 in sales, you get 5%. And then after 400 to 800, you get 6%. It's not that the total amount you get this percentage, it's graduated. And I don't typically keep an abacus around to figure this out. It's kind of complicated. The best thing you are getting out of your branch promotion is this giant jump to 35% commission. If you were already at the 2%, then it's another 3, still at 35. You're not going to 37, just to be clear. Okay, so you're at 35% personal, and now you become eligible for the Mercedes plan, which I'm going to be going over on this Zoom as well, because you do not have to be an executive level leader to be driving a Park Lane Mercedes like pretty much everywhere else. Okay, so now you're a branch. You have one person under you, and now the next step is that you can promote to area. Areas are when you add the steps to area. It was add 3 new qualified team members. Notice it says minimum 1 personal. So that your team is now going to be a minimum of 4. The person who got you to branch, and then 3 additional ones, okay? Now, one of those people has to be recruited by you, but what does it mean then if only one of those has to be personal?
Does that mean one of them has to be under your name where the other ones can be under your teammates?
That is correct. So that's why it's so beneficial to help your team members. Gold Star, you're brand new, aren't you?
I'm brand new. I signed up last night.
Tell me your first name.
Melissa.
Melissa, yes. Okay, well, great job, Melissa. You got your first of many gold stars. All right, so when that means that the person that, you have to recruit one more of these 3, but if your original person who promoted you to branch had a recruit, that can count for one of the 3. You can have one of your, you can recruit 1, she can recruit 2 more. So helping somebody else promote to branch under you is just as beneficial as you having personal recruits. So it's 3 total as long as you recruit one of them. And 3 total is in addition to the person who got you to branch. So you have a team of 4. And then in total, this team needs to have 5,000 in net sales, meaning your sales plus their sales need to add up to 3,000 net sales. So it's okay if one person has just the 300 net if they've previously qualified, and but other people have 1,000, and it's okay if they all had just a measly 300 if they're previously qualified and you sell the entire rest of it, doesn't matter. But this is why it's easier to go to area fast than slow. And what I mean by that is if you were to recruit 3 people, meaning maybe you have 2 of them and one of your people has 1 of them, and it was all the same month, then guess what? Those 3 people are going to provide how much of that 5,000? At least 3,000, right? Because their qualifying sales would all be in one shot. Now there's only 2,000 left, which you should be able to easily do. So we love to get you to area is like a freight train rather than like a bike ride. Because when someone qualifies and then another person qualifies and then the next month another person qualifies, sometimes that first person already dropped off and they need replacing because now they're not working anymore. Because unfortunately, not everybody who tries the business stays forever. So we want to help you get there quickly. So anytime where you have like 2 recruits happening in the same month, and if you're a branch already, we are going to jump right on that and help you with every bit of it along the way. Okay? So you now did your 5,000, you had those additional 3. Now you're an area leader. Now look at what a tremendous jump in commission this is. Your personal commission now just jumped to 40%. So that same $600 show, you are now receiving a $240 paycheck on. So if you did 2 $600 shows a week, 2 shows a week, is that a number that you guys feel is reasonable to manage with your current lifestyle? 2 online parties a week? Because if you did that, $1,200 a month times 40%, you'd be making $480 a week. If you made $480 a week, would that help your household? Would that make a difference in your life? Because guess what that is times 4? That's almost $2,000 a month. $2,000 a month showing up at your house that never showed up before. Because it's not just, hey, you won $2,000. What are you going to spend it on? And maybe you go buy a couch set, right? This is every month $2,000 coming in. That's a life-changing number, okay? Now, the other thing, though, that is the huge part about your area level promotion is the humongous jump on your team. Now, anyone on your team who's a fashion director that does a $600 show, you're earning 10% of that. Whereas before, you were really not hardly earning anything on it. So if 3 of your team members did $600 show in a week, okay, that's $6, $12, $1,800 that your team sold. And you're making 10% of that. Would you like an extra $180 a week? Because remember, we were at 180 plus 480. So now your income is $660 a week because you have team members selling under you as well. Now, any of your fashion directors that promote to branch, you'll then earn 6% on them and the people under them. So you're having a variety of commission levels on the people under you, 40% of your own. And then, of course, there are these other bonuses as well. So if you have 2,500 in sales and 8 active leaders, you know, then they'll give you that extra 10% on your own and you'll earn 50%. But the reality is that in setting you up for this, you're going to promote to the next level. So let's look at our areas. So areas are people like, just to give you some examples, Jeanette Allen recently promoted to area. Sylvia El Sayed is an area. Ashley Davenport is an area. These are people that you see on our team page contributing stuff all the time. Ashley recently, just last month, qualified for her Mercedes bonus. Sylvia just qualified for it this month. So this is a part where you're really making great extra money and you're really on track for the great, amazing incentives from Park Lane. So to move from that to division, now it's just a matter of volume and activity. So $20,000 over a 2-month period with 4 active branches or areas. So you need to have a team that's working, and $20,000 net over 2 months, meaning that if there was a month you did 12,000, then the next month just 8,000 gets the job done. This is Jennifer Ewert is a member of our team. As you see, she's right here on the Zoom. She started as a fashion director. She promoted every one of the levels we've done so far. So, we track it over 2 months, and now you're a division. Now divisions, let's see, who's our divisions? Elizabeth Hall's a division. Donna Russo's a division. Who am I missing? Those are 2 that are popping into my head right now. And just so you know, I can see the chat is going crazy. So I'm not sure if you can see the chat on a screen share, but I can't. So I'll see the chats. And if the other leaders are answering you, then that's great. So divisions jump again, you guys, another 45%, another 5% to 45%. That same $600 show, 600 times 45% is 270, times 2 a week is 540, times 4, you're now over $2,000 a month, $2,200 a month. But look at the jump on your overrides. Now you're making 15% on every fashion director. I want you to know that in my previous company, I earned 3% on this exact same category of people. So one of my personal recruits here, I am paid on 5 times what I was at my old company. Is that insane? So 15% on our personal recruits, fashion directors on our team. Then you jump to 8% on the branches and who's under them. And then when you promote areas, okay, because they're building, now you get 3% and on them and their whole entire team. Now, I want you to really appreciate that part of it. Pretty much every direct sales company on earth will pay you per generation. And then there's a finite number of where it'll go. So like at my old company, you would make on, say, your personals, and then your first level leaders and your second level leaders, meaning just this group. But if there was another leader to promote out of here, this blank space here, you would earn 0. You might have trip achievers, you might have top sellers, award-winning people here that you helped answer questions, had them in your home, $0. Park Lane pays you infinitely deep. Infinitely deep. Mary Grace has people that might be 50 below. She's getting paid on them. Frankly, I have lines that are very, very long, and Park Lane pays me on every single one of them. This is where, as you progress on, same thing at any level, okay? If you have an area, if you're an area and you have a branch with a branch with a branch with a branch with a branch, Park Lane will still continue to pay you on all of those people, okay? So now look at where we also start seeing some excellent additional money, okay? So any month that your team has 10 qualified recruits among your fashion directors and your branches, $500 shows up on your month-end check. Anytime that your team does 10,000 in net sales, if you're excluding your areas, or 15 with your areas, you get another $500 on your paycheck. And, you know, we have divisions on this team earning this bonus. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Jennifer, when she was a division, was doing a great job tracking this. And then when you're working towards this and helping people promote their to branch and helping areas, you know, when Jennifer was helping Ashley promote to area, she was also helping herself promote to division. So, oh, and she has Jessica as an area under her as well. So when those two girls were working to area, guess what it helped Jennifer do? It helped her team $60,000 in a 2-month period with 8 active branches. It's a 2-month qualification, just like division. Then you get to senior division, which is here. Belinda Barrett joined Park Lane, directly appointed as a division. When she helped Donna promote from area to division, she helped herself move from division to senior division right here. So again, now 45% commission. However, there is a way to get 50. So let's take a look at this. You're still getting 15% on your fashion directors, 8 on your branches, 3 on your areas, now 3 on your divisions. Now you don't just qualify for monthly bonuses, you qualify for weekly bonuses. So now Jennifer gets these bonuses, Phyllis gets these bonuses. I'm basing this on who I see on the screen. So Phyllis works towards this. Sheila's a senior division. These are all people that are senior divisions on our team. We have way more than that. I'm just going by who I see on my screen here. So any month that the team, not you, the team sells 2,500, an extra $100, 5,000, an extra $200. Phyllis, you see these show up in your check, right? Jennifer, you see these show up on your check? Okay, you also qualify for, you can be working on a $500 recruiting bonus. And this is another one that these girls regularly see, the $500 team bonus. And there's no exclusions with the area and all this. 15,000 in team sales, $500 showing up on your check. Now look how fast this adds up, you guys. We've added, at least $1,000 from division to senior division between weeklies, because we didn't even factor in the Mercedes yet. And then sales VP is after that. Once again, it's volume. And then it's actually strictly volume. You don't have to count up how many actives or anything like that. Just 180,000, you and your team, 2 months in a row, divvied up anyway. You move into sales vice president, which you'll see the weekly bonus goes higher. Because sometimes people say, well, wait, some of these requirements are higher. Why would I want to do that? Because you max out here. If you're a senior division with a team selling more than 12,500, then you've stagnated yourself at a $500 bonus. Look at the weekly bonus here. You can go all the way up to 50,000 and be getting $1,000 a week. When I was a sales VP, I was bringing in a lot of these weekly bonuses, definitely more than the 1,200, the 12,000 level. You get a weekly activity bonus. So if you have 50 people that sell 300 each, you get these bonuses. Weekly recruiting bonus, the monthly recruiting, the monthly sales bonus, all of these bonuses. When I first looked at this, I said, oh my gosh, this is like a real sales model. There is actual money that all I have to do is pay attention, help people reach their goals, and then I'll have mine. Now, if you're wondering too, how do you get the 50% commission? Once you hit senior division, any month that you have a personal recruit, on the first paycheck of the next month, Parklane gives you an extra 5% of your personal commission. So someone like Jen, you're at about $7,000 in personal sales this month so far, right? So $7,000 times 5%, the extra 5%, she's going to see an extra $350 on her week 1 paycheck next week. Amazing, $350, that's a lot of money. And then it goes on from there. So before we go into how you could be also driving a Mercedes, does anyone have a question on anything that we just looked at? I can easily go back to the graphic, don't worry.
I do.
Yes,
but it's back towards the branch.
Yeah.
My new recruit did her first party. It's like teeter-tottering right at the 1,000. The girl might want to sign up. However, that would leave my recruit with 0 sales. So I don't understand what, if she signed her up, how I would get her to branch if she had no sales.
Well, all it would take then, Jeanette, is, well, first of all, if that's the case, then let's help her rustle up those sales, right? We could help her do a quick sale. We could help her, with some reach outs. Okay, so that would be my first priority. That would be my first choice in how to fix that. Because yes, when you're a fashion director and that party, that hostess wants to sign, that party becomes hers and her sales. But the other option is simply that then she doesn't promote this week, but as soon as she's active next month or after her next party, like her next show is next week, then after that show goes in, then she can promote.
But she would need 1,000 also, or just the 300?
No, at some point she's done 1,000, right?
Not since her launch. She
But
launched.
her launch did it, right?
Yes.
Yes. So she has checked that box.
Okay.
So as soon as she has 1,000 in, so if she has a show next week and that show goes in, then you send in the form and she promotes.
Thank you for clarifying that.
You're so welcome. And then after that week, then she would get her raise as the, as at that 35%. Ah, yes, Laura Lee's on, and Laura Lee, that was another combo. When Summer was an area and Laura Lee was a branch, then as Laura Lee worked to area, then Summer was able to promote to division that same month. So that is exactly how this goes. As you help people under you promote to new levels, you end up helping yourself promote to new levels. That's what's so amazing about direct sales as well. Because I'm sure that many of you just have like a normal office job or whatever, where there was a promotion available. And if someone else gets the promotion, that means you can't, right? Because one person is getting the promotion. That's not how it works here, because if Delaney and Gabby and Melissa and Helen all have a recruit this month, they all get to promote to branch. Park Lane doesn't say, oh, I'm sorry, Delaney took it. Sorry, Helen, better luck next time. Which is sadly what happens in the normal world. Like, we're so spoiled in direct sales world because we're like, oh, it's my son's birthday next month. Let me book a couple of extra shows so that I can throw him so I can get him a really nice gift, or we can have an extra nice party, or the kids' graduations, Christmas is coming. We're in complete control of our income to just make more money. Whereas imagine going to your boss, hey, listen, Christmas is coming. So can you just pay me more? Bills are coming. They'd be like, what are you insane? But we totally do that here. So now another form of money that you can add to your income is your Mercedes bonus. And I say that because you don't have to take the Mercedes. You can just take the cash bonus. So let me go back to where that is. Okay, again, we're still here in the downloads and the Mercedes car program brochure. So after the Zoom today, I would love for you to print out the two things that I showed you today. Okay, so this allows you to either drive a Mercedes that you'll receive a cash bonus each month to pay for, or you can just take money straight, okay? So we'll go back to the rules. Let me show you how to get it, because branches, areas, and divisions, okay, have the same, branches and areas have the same requirement. So if you're a branch or an area, it's kind of a 3-month process. It's 2 months to qualify, and then the third maintenance month is when you start making the money. So if you're a branch or an area, if you have $8,000 net and non-sales, so to promote to area division, remember I kept saying net, Mercedes is net and non. So when you're promoting, you typically earn this along the way. So your net and non-sales of $8,000 and 2 recruits over a 2-month period. So in other words, 16,004 over 2 months, 18 and 8 and 2 even, or whatever way it divvies up. Doesn't matter. If over 2 months you have 16,000 net and non and 4 total recruits, team recruits, not just you, the whole team, then you qualify for the Mercedes. Which means then that on the 3rd month, you just do the 8,000 and the 2. That's your maintenance number moving forward, because every month that you have the 8,000 and the 2 recruits, team recruits, then you're going to receive your Mercedes bonus. So if you go get a Mercedes, the bonus is $700 a month. If you don't get a Mercedes, it's $500 a month. So you choose. And, you know, that is going to show up on your check. So super, super exciting. It's only slightly more for a division, 10,003 recruits or 20,006 over the 2-month period. So for example, Sylvia El-Sayed just qualified for this just this month. So we were, you know, she was working on earning her trip, and in earning her trip, she had 4 recruits all in the same month. So she said, did I qualify for the Mercedes? If I do the, you know, so I said, oh, so next month, blah, blah. She goes, no, what if I add it to last month? And I said, you're absolutely right. So we attached May and June together. She's an area. She easily had 16,000. She had the 4 recruits all on her own. Never mind that she did also have a team member with a recruit. So she had more than she needed. So now, next month, when she has 8,002 again, $500 is showing up on her paycheck because this month ends her qualification. Once you qualify for it, every single month that your team does this amount, the money automatically shows up on your check. So you only have to qualify the 2 months together one time. And then you're in the plan. You are a Mercedes Achiever. That's a title you get to have. And there are lots of us on the team that have it. And then it's a matter of, do I get the Mercedes or not? Belinda Barrett is a division. She earned it practically 4 months after she started, right on it. And she said that, I love when she talks about this, because she came from another company that also had a Mercedes plan. And every time she almost had it, something would go wrong. They would change it. There was just something that wouldn't happen. And she would miss it time and time and time and time again. And when she came here, she was like, I am driving a Park Lane Mercedes. And within, I think she earned it in August and she had started in April. It was like really quick. She earned it at the division level. So the 10,000, the 20,006 recruits over a 2-month period. And then as soon as she knew she earned it, she like hot-tailed herself right over to the Mercedes dealer, got one. She's already on her 3rd Park Lane Mercedes because that was about 6 years ago.
So you get to pick which one you want?
As long as it's white, yes. So you get to go in there. Phyllis been canvassing them because she's like, feeling close to ready to actually drive the Mercedes. But yeah, so you can get any model you want because of course the price per month is going to be based on, are you trading in another car? What are you putting as a down payment? Whatever. So there's the cars, the SUVs. Belinda has the sedan. I have the medium SUV. So I have the GLC 300. Belinda has the E350 maybe. They're both gorgeous. We love our Mercedes. We love parking them together when we go places because it just looks like we're 2 fancy ladies showing up. And I will tell you that whether you choose the cash out like Jen, I'm not sure what Sylvia's plan is, but if you take the cash, because I did take the cash for well over a year because I already had car payments. I didn't really need it. It was just didn't make sense to get it. But then when we did need the car, it made total sense to get the Mercedes. It was dumb to not get one. And I'm on my second one.
You can switch then?
What do you mean?
You can switch, so if you take it for a year, the cash, and you decide after the end of the year that you want the Mercedes, you can switch?
Oh yeah, you can do whatever you like.
That's cool.
Yeah. And if when my lease was up, let's say I was like, I don't want to drive the Mercedes. I would rather take $500 and drive an Acura or whatever. I could go back to taking cash if I wanted to. So this is just such a nice, I recruited my hostess the first show that I brought my Mercedes because somebody has asked when I was asked me a question about my business game. Somebody was like, can you drive a pink Cadillac? Because that happens a lot because people think of that as a Mary Kay thing. And I'm like, no, but I can drive a white Mercedes. And they were like, what? And the husband had seen me pull up. He's like, yeah, you didn't see the sweet ride she pulled up in? And I was, of course, laughing. And they all went to the window. And then they were like, oh, my God, that's your car? I was like, yeah, I just got it. Literally places I even drove it was this show. And the hostess joined. So it's a great recruiting tool, and it's just a luxury car that is beautiful to drive and just so nice. I mean, I drove Honda Pilots, and for the longest time, I drove a Dodge Grand Caravan because I had the Dodge Mom minivan mobile. So just really, really nice. Any questions on this program? Is everyone glad they came on this Zoom today? Did you know what was available to you? Helen, you're muted. Just unmute and tell whatever you said again.
Oh, yes, I said I'm loving it. I'm loving, seeing this makes me more motivated.
Good.
Yeah.
You can't earn what you don't know about, right?
Because I earned the Cadillac, and I earned the car in Mary Kay.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but.
So now you know. So you know. Well, that's the thing. If you've achieved it with another company that makes it 1,000 times harder, then this should be a piece of cake for you.
Yeah.
But this, one of the biggest things that you'll learn in this business is that things that you track are the things that you will earn. So if you, like yesterday, I had posted the convention recognition tracker and the ways that you can get that jewelry they're going to give at the convention. Because that one, I think it's the bracelet that we get for $3,000 in sales. Even if you just joined this week, you already have over 1,000 in. All of you that I'm looking at.
What?
So convention is coming up.
What bracelet?
Convention. I'm going to tag you in the. Remind me who your recruiter is.
Becky.
Becky, great. So Becky will definitely I'm sure she'll go over this with you. But we have convention on July 15th, 16th, and 17th. And there's a whole earning program. If you sell 3,000 during the 10 weeks of convention recognition, you get this.
Oh, I bought my ticket.
Great. So
yeah, I bought my ticket.
Right. So you're registered for it. If you sell 3,000 between your launch through July 8th, you're going to get your name on the big screen when we do this convention and on the Friday night awards night, and you're going to get this bracelet sent to you. I think it's a bracelet. So there's, awards that you can get. One recruit with 300 in sales joining your team, you get your name on the screen again, and you're going to get another gift. So this is super exciting. And even those of you that are brand new, $3,000 in sales, so many of you had a $1,200 launch, a $1,400 launch. So in the next 2 weeks, 2 or 3 parties, 3,000 is a done deal. So please don't feel like, oh, I just joined, I can't get any awards at convention. No, you can. They make it amazing in that way that you can join and you can be enjoying that awards night on Friday night, July 19th, and you're going to be so proud of yourself when your name is a big, screen. Normally you'd go up on stage, but that's not happening. But if you want to set up a little prop for your family and then step up on it when they call your name, go for it. That'll be awesome. Other questions?
It sounds good.
Well, I'm super excited that we spent this time together today. I'm going to be posting the recording of this, so if there was anything you wanted to re-listen to, if you want to circle back, hear any of the explanations, you came on late, whatever the case may be, these recordings are always available for your viewing pleasure. And if you ever miss one also, that's what I do also. But so new peeps, I'll see you tonight. Okay. And thank you again for joining on to this Zoom. And please remember to, whatever you have, you want to put in by Wednesday, because we don't know what the specials will be after that. So you want to honor the specials. 8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock, okay.
Eastern time, 8, yes.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Thanks for spending this hour. I appreciate you.
Okay.
Bye.
Great call. Great meeting, Michelle.
Thank you.
Awesome. I'm so glad.
Yeah, great.
I need a new car.
Let's go. Let's go.
That's all I gotta say. I just spent $700 today to get my car.
I hear you. That's
Time
when
for a
I
new
got
one.
mine, but it was like, this car is not worth fixing. Let's go.
And I probably have another $2,000 to put in it. So need a new
No.
car.
And that's what's so nice about a Park Lane Mercedes lease. Because with a lease, you always have a new car. You never have to spend any money on fixing it. And then when the lease is
Yep.
up, you get another new
Yep.
model.
Mm-hmm.
We're
It
gonna
might be
do it.
time to make it might be time to start my vision board.
I agree. I agree.
Right.
Super exciting.
All right, Helen. See you
Yeah.
tonight.
Bye.
Bye.